Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing exponential per player capitals on the Las Vegas map. This is one of my personal favorites for those of you who are unaware. Playing as a green player out of the third player. This is Risk Global Domination, online Risk. We're playing here. They got a bunch of different maps in the game. If you're new to the game, to these videos, I will do my best to talk about my strategy. And hopefully the more you watch, the more you get out of these. We are, again, playing as the green player. I think I'm going to want to play for one of these +4s. I will likely end up directly next to the blue player. Spring Valley is likely my best choice here, but I'm not going to be able to get this 3 fortified in. I anticipate the red player taking the strip bonus right away. I could also go for the +3 of Paradise over here, but I'm not sure that's going to end up being as good for me. So I think we just cap here and hope that blue ends up... I mean, if he's on the 4, it's tough for a rebreak for me, but we're going to go here. We're going to go on Sovana in the Spring Valley bonus. Bonus is pretty balanced on this map. This is one of my favorites, especially with bonus balance. Bottom left of the board tends to be both cap congested, but also where the better bonuses exist, the ones that are generally easier to hold. So Strip, Paradise, those are +3s. Sunrise Manor, a +2. The +4s are Spring Valley, Enterprise, Lake Mead, North Las Vegas, and Greater Whitney. And then you've got those two big +7s in Henderson and Las Vegas, both of which are not frequently held. We knew red would hit this 3. That's why I was maybe a little bit apprehensive to play there. The fact that they don't finish their bonus, they whack my 3 and then don't finish the bonus, bit of a bizarre play there by red. I'm probably going to hit through blue's 3. Blue's going to start with a lot of troops, though. That's unfortunate that that was a fortified line. I mean, red didn't know I was here, right? He didn't know blue was here either, so we're all kind of capped next to each other. This blizzard does make a rebreak onto blue a little bit more difficult. I was hoping, like, fingers crossed, they might end up somewhere else, but I didn't think the +3 in the middle would have been good for me either. We're just going to start losing a bunch of material around the board. If I were the blue player, I think I would have, or sorry, the pink player would have hit the 2 here first before my 1. Especially, you know, this 2 is here. Now they route up this way anyway, and now they're rolling a 5-on-2 here that may not even necessarily win. And they don't go for the rest of the bonus. I think that was a bit of a strange choice. They do fortify... Oh, they don't fortify the 3 out. I thought they may do that out of respect for red, but evidently that does not happen. We're not going to take our bonus right away. Blue will take their bonus right away, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're playing... exponential per player, so we do have that going for us. I would like to get some vision. All right, we got purple does not cap here. They go after white. White takes this cap in the middle, so that was actually a good vision play. And then we'll come right back to cap. Don't want to risk blue rolling me, but I wanted to get some material out, start making a dent on my bonus. For safekeeping, white loses 3 on that roll. I do wonder if purple tried to inconvenience them and cap right in that same bonus, especially with the split there. If this fortifies, no, it does fortify there. No, purple starts with 7. Okay, so no cap rolled there. Looks like purple may have still capped next to these guys. What is this troop distribution here? Oh, he's going for the +7. This is a bold strategy from our friend purple. I can't imagine anybody lets this player hold the +7 long term, but best of luck to you. Best of luck to you, sir. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Red didn't overgreed for their bonus. Pink didn't overgreed for their bonus. Blue, I would be very surprised if they don't take this bonus right away. It's all 8 troops here. Take the bonus. They've got to go to hold here. Very slow, though. Very, very slow blue player. The blue player also, admittedly, was very annoying in the lobby. Kept trying to get me to start with 4 players, add 2 bots. They spamming emotes in the lobby over and over again. So, you know, maybe they aren't going to play nice here. They don't take the bonus? What? I don't understand how you don't take the bonus there. I'm a little bit surprised by that. You have this many troops here. You only have to hit a 2. The most you likely lose in that scenario is 3 with real bad dice on a 2. You'll still have 10 to come back to cap. Bit of a bizarre one, if I may say so. Red with decent defense here pulls the 2 into cap. Pulls the 2 over here. Interesting. Pulls the 2 on a defense. That's going to make a rebreak of blue a little bit annoying. If blue just repeatedly breaks me over and over again. So we'll have to see what comes of that. This is bizarre pathing by pink. Don't like rolling the 5 on 2 there. Just play off of your 6 to take this. It ends up working out for them, but I can't say I'm thrilled that it did. And we will finish our bonus. We don't lose anything on those rolls, which is delightful. Very, very nice. And we're going to see if red ends up playing good neighbor in the middle of the board. They're aggressively defending their bonus. A lot of off-cap troops, generally not my favorite, but I think we can afford to play nice here, right? My expanse is up left. Blue should be down right, or maybe into the middle here. White is our first player holding a bonus, and they are going to put troops up here. I imagine they play for the +4. They think they can play for the +4 in North Las Vegas, which we know they won't be able to because pink is capped up there. So might be a slower play from white to begin here. We'll never hold this +7, so we may as well just take material so we kind of know where everybody exists. I was hoping, kind of fingers crossed blue doesn't end up here. Purple, meanwhile, continues to make efforts and headway down here. I assume what we will end up seeing is red attempting to take Paradise. Blue finishes their bonus. The fact that blue let me capture my bonus first before taking theirs is a little bit interesting. But I anticipate we just see them take their bonus. And this is even a defensive play. They're already guarding, so they don't have to split. And maybe they break me right away, right? Like they just try to inconvenience me. I wouldn't even be surprised if they remove me here. They actually play nice, so I will take that at face value. I don't know that I should, but I will. And they leave 3s on their defenses. I don't really have a way to re-break blue right now, even if I wanted to, if he broke me. So we're going to hope and play for a... This is probably going to hit white in the middle. Maybe it hits me. It doesn't hit me. Interesting. You knew pink was here. You already saw this, so I'm a little bit confused by red's play there, but what do you know? I need to think who I want out of top left first. If I want to let blue exist up here so he doesn't hit me. Red continues defending out front. Doesn't actually even... He split here, Sunset Park to South Las Vegas Boulevard. And is now pulling more troops off his capital on a very slow fortify. Adds 3 more here. As if I have any wishes to break him. I think I leave blue up here. I don't want to irritate blue. I'd rather somebody else remove them. But I want to get a fortify off, so I think hitting whites 2 is going to be my best bet. Now, my cap is positioned where it defends the entire bonus. So either Rhodes Ranch or Savannah would defend the entire bonus. The other 2 territories do not on a break. So I'm not going to hit blue. I'm just going to play safe. Not the best dice on white there. Not the best dice, but that's okay. White actually is the weakest bonus on the board. That's that +2 in Sunrise Manor. So over time, the less we see white add to cap here, we assume there's a decent amount on a spot here. And they're never going to be able to take this full bonus. Pink, I believe, yeah, pink held the +4 over in Lake Mead on the last turn. So it's really coming down to what purple opts to do here, which it does look like they're going to try to take this whole bonus down here. I don't think these guys should let him hold, personally. On the +7, I think that's... Ooh, hang on. How much he lost 1 hitting me. So 4 remaining. He didn't just roll a 4 on 3, did he? Into blue. If he did, he's going to get slapped. I'll tell you that much. So I don't know where purple... Purple is our one unknown capital. We know blue, we know red, we know white, we know pink. Obviously my own. Purple, unseen territories so far that purple could realistically be. Frenchman Range, Rainbow Gardens, Lake Las Vegas. I think more likely Lake Las Vegas, Black Mountain, or Foothills. Potentially Paradise Hills. This is an awful cap down here. McCullough Hills is fine. We had Whitney Ranch, right? So we would have seen, we hit into, or we had Sunset Park. We would have seen all three of these territories. So that's fine, I suppose. Blue did roll. I don't know if blue rolled pink here in Silverado Ranch, or if they broke purple. It'll be interesting to see what they did, because I anticipate purple doing something that they didn't, some sort of play, some sort of retaliatory play here from purple. I think playing for this +7 is bold. I think defending this many troops off cap for red is also bold. So, not sure what to make of that, but that is okay. Oh, pink lost their capital to white. So see how they got 7 on that turn? I didn't even notice the cap numbers were at 2 out of 10, or 2 out of 6. It was the third turn, so we wouldn't have noticed it until red's turn anyway. But we're not going to hit blue. I do want to hit purple out of the top of the board. I think that they are an unnecessary threat. Like, they shouldn't be threatening. Gosh, not great dice on that either. They shouldn't be threatening, and yet they almost kind of are. But the more people I clear out of here, the more of a good idea we have of what bottom right looks like. We're also by far the strongest capital right now. Pink gets their cap back, but white is not able to re-break here. So I assume white is the one that stole the capital. We saw reds roll. And I had a feeling blue broke purple. And they come into the middle here. Maybe red. Red might have actually... you know what? I think red may have broken purple. And I think purple is misusing all of their troops in the middle of the board as well. I think we could even put quite a bit here and maybe try to make a play. Or take Greater Whitney. I need to think of some sort of counterplay here. That gives me an opportunity to have an additional position once blue kind of inevitably breaks me. I'm not really anticipating a break from red. I think that's part of the reason why red is so heavily defending. Blue actually pulls back. So you would assume they hit Silverado Ranch, but I can't be too certain. Yeah, I'm not sure that red's number flipped on that one turn, but I don't know how many attacks they do here. That may just be one down into Silverado Ranch. They do more than one. They're actually doing quite a bit of attack. This might be a capital hunt for purple. It is. It is entirely a capital hunt for purple. They haven't taken anything yet, which almost makes me think, based off of this pathing, that the cap is down in Paradise Hills. Why? That was such an unnecessary play by red. We've been good neighboring the entire game. I just truly don't understand that. Especially, so I actually don't think re-breaking red is a good idea here, because I almost wonder if purple will trade in and break red themselves, because of how much attacking red just did there. I'll give them one turn. We'll even leave the 3 there. I'll give them one turn. They see how big my cap is, too, and their bonus is weaker than mine, so breaking me is a really bizarre play. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Not the benefit of the doubt. I'm absolutely not giving red the benefit of the doubt. Red is a eliminate on site if it's available. That is what I will start with. More importantly here is the feeling... Pink goes back to 9 there. More importantly here is my thought process that the purple player, if they have a trade-in right now, will trade in and break red because of what red did, or just play off of this 8 straight away and break anyway. They don't. They go down and split. They're going to take this bonus right next to red and not break. Interesting pivot by purple, especially because they keep not putting troops on cap. Very interesting pivot, I will say. Blue got broken by red too. So this is the other alternative, right? Is that blue breaks red. I didn't even realize that red broke blue as well. So red just went on some mission to hit as much of purple as possible, break blue, break me, and just irritate the entire, well, half the game, right? 3 other opponents. Yeah, and there's blue's break. So I was wrong about purple. I was wrong that they would get hit by purple, but I was right that they'd get hit by somebody. So this is why I don't damage, right? Like there's not a relationship with red right now because they broke me, but I don't damage their perception of me. I don't give them a reason to strike me if I think they're going to get hit by somebody else, which I did think they'd get hit by somebody else. I was just wrong about the player who it was. Okay. You are an idiot. I mean, now you're cooked. I mean, you're just losing the game now. That's mega loser energy from red. I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now he just wants to lose the game, I guess. So, good on you, I suppose. Especially because I'm pretty sure he just broke blue and purple again. Both of them. And he flagged, and I go before him. So I have to steal this. It's just whether or not blue. I don't want to hit that. That's going to lose me too much. But there's no point taking my bonus back here. There is no point. So I need to leave this up top. I'm a little upset that it fortified back to its capital. I need to get somebody else to hit this. Pink trades. We knew that would happen. Well, everybody but me and red traded. I don't understand what red's goal was here at all in this one. Really head-scratching behavior. But we need to leave red top left because in the off chance that somebody goes for this elimination, I don't want to be the fodder for what happens there. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hit here. See red here. We're going to hit here. Lose this, but we're going to put... I'm going to risk weakening myself. I'm going to put this level of defense here for 2 purposes. 1, I'm hoping that blue goes for the elimination on red. That's step 1, because I know red is up top, right? But 2, in case somebody takes this and the cap stays weak, I will have the opportunity to swoop in and steal it. Have a trade on 3. Could maybe get red on 4 cards. If the bot ends up having a trade, this becomes a little bit more complicated, but I'm hoping that it plays for taking its bonus before breaking me. That is the worst play white could have made. If a player is botted, do not remove the material only you and one other player are aware of. That is a bad play by white. There is no reason to hit red up there. Keep it as fodder. I mean, unless their whole idea is like intentionally feeding it to purple, or the purple's going to roll this cap, man, and this is going to go so poorly for them. Or they're going to take this bonus and the bot's going to break them. Either way, this is not good for purple. Because the benefit is because this capital borders both of us, if this bot trades in, or even just has enough troops here, it should theoretically roll off into... Purple's hitting too much of red right now. Purple's hitting way too much of red right now. It should theoretically roll off into the... there's blue's trade. We knew that would happen. Into purple over me. I don't know how much of this is blue up here. I'm fearing that blue is going to go for the red elimination. They should have known how much came off that capital before. I hope the bot doesn't have a trade in. That would really be most ideal. I don't know if blue is kill guarding this down here, though. This split implies the bot isn't in here. This is my hope, though, right? So this 3 goes left, the bot breaks off the capital. Okay, that works too. It's not very strong, but... I should be able to get red on 3 cards here. I can even take in the middle. Use my trade in, 9 extra troops. have a relatively weak cap. We basically have to survive a blue trade on 3. But I don't anticipate red being too far over this direction. Could be up top, but I don't want to go searching for that right away. I'm going to need to hit through purple, I think. Right through this 4 here. Or maybe even Silverado Ranch is where we end up going. And then loop back up. This could be interesting. Pink hits here. All right, pink just actually gave us really good info on the top of the board. Which I'm not sure they even realized they did. They obviously don't like white, so that's intriguing. All right, we trade. I'm fine being on 5 cards after. It's a little risky early. We had a +2. That's not super useful. 18 here. We're going to go rest here. Pink has mostly quit. Got to hit 6 there. Terrible dice. I'm going to take this risk. That leaves me on 5, picks me up 4 extra cards. I don't think that that's a bad play. If pink doesn't trade, then we've got the trade into position against them. Blue could roll me, but I think a blue roll on me is really risky if they get bad dice. So we intentionally don't break blue. White flags, which is crazy. White just outright flags right away. This should go to the right, right? Up into pink. Yeah, because pink had this whole bonus here. That is very strange. Especially if we end up seeing pink only on a limited number of troops. I don't know why white quit. Just because I got an elimination. I'm not very strong right now. That is bizarre. It's really going to come down to what blue does here. Because I still think purple's pretty weak. And they may not even re-break me, right? Blue might play nice. Blue had played good neighbor for most of this game for some reason. Oh, I wonder if purple even fortifies this 8 straight to cap. 5 goes to capital, the 8 sits. Interesting. So purple is going for protection. My cap actually is open across this diagonal here from downtown to UNLV. This is pathing, I believe, that I can take. So red's cap, very good. Very good capital. Blue is going to break me. Yep, thank you. Now I'm trading ahead of them. And they break me twice. That is not the bad neighbor thing you should be doing right now, pal. Not with me trading ahead. I really think that that's not a good idea. I don't think that that was a good play by blue. Because I'll just break you. Now, pink is an interesting conundrum here. They're getting 7, so they actually lost their capital. And blue gave me, other than through the 4 here, which is a little bit annoying. I just think pink has too much of a defense here. I think pink was keeping too many off-cap troops. And the bot probably sets. That's something to keep an eye on later. My trade, though, we're trading ahead of blue. We will take our bonus. I will break blue because there's no point in letting him have extra caps, and we'll fortify our 4 to capital here. I actually should probably get him out of the top of the board completely anyway with white and pink quit. There comes the bot out and the troops. So I think white has 2 caps here. This actually looks poor for purple. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to try to eliminate purple right now. I don't think that that does me any good. We get our +2 down here. I'm going to throw the angry face at blue. It's really just kind of like bait. It's not even anything. super special. But I may as well defend my stuff. We potentially have a trade-in right now. We do not have a trade-in right now. But again, we're 4 cards ahead of purple and blue right now. So this bot will keep attacking off, which is good. Almost a log jam in the middle would be nice. This is dangerously weak. Purple's been playing no bonus the entire game. Blue is, all of blue's troops are here. This is 44 troops. We are at 61. So their trade-in comes in. They'll get an extra 12 troops next turn with that trade-in. So they'll be at 56 and have the attacker's advantage as well. Interested to see what purple does here with these troops. I imagine this stuff just comes back to capital. But maybe they end up stealing the cap. It's dangerous for purple to play with too much moxie because they haven't been very strong. Blue, I was hoping they would play good neighbor for a while. They ended up betraying that. I assume this 28 will come down on a break. And at this point, not letting this player hold bonuses and punishing them for having too many off-cap troops is probably my best bet. There goes the break. What they don't realize is I have the same break opportunity right back into them. There's actually not really any point in me holding an additional bonus here. What we should be doing is almost keeping an eye on the potential elimination of the pink player. Purple just broke pink. This cap is open, but not something that I think I want to go for yet. Pink can roll this. They can roll this. I don't actually trust that hit. So I'm going to put 1 here, and we're going to come off of this capital. And what blue doesn't realize is I'm willing to hit stuff. We don't have a trade on 4, which is a little bit unfortunate. But at this point, blue is signing their own death warrant. I will trade ahead of them the rest of this entire game. Ooh, that's a big hit there. Takes the bonus. So this becomes more of purple's problem than mine, which is good. Actually doubles back here. It'll finish this bonus next to blue. But blue doesn't realize repeatedly, like putting you... I understand white quit. I understand we put, the elimination is on the radar, etc. The problem with the way blue is playing this is I played aggressively. I become a threat. But if you actively put yourself in a position to get eliminated, you're going to be the priority target. Or if you actively put yourself on the strongest player's radar, you're going to be a target for an elimination. Not one that I can necessarily get yet, but one that I'm going to want to take. So I'm not sure what purple did there, if they did take the pink capital. I will see how much pink places on this 8 up here, because this may very well be the end of pink. What I want to happen realistically, and I wish I had a trade on 4 because I could punish it, is I want blue to trade in and slam the 20 cap. Or the 19 cap. The worst thing here would be blue going for the pink elimination and actually finding it. That would be probably the worst thing possible. And blue is going to think that this saves them. It doesn't. This just gets you hurt. Let's see where these troops land. If it doesn't land on the 8 here, it's not something I want to go for. Purple's not going to be aware of the 8 up here. 8 does roll, which makes me think there's not a whole lot left on the right-hand side. It does knock me down a troop there, unfortunately. I mean, I have no... That was terrible dice. Just no regard for this player. I'm going to get broken here anyway, but maybe it'll shove white in front of him. Yeah, 13 on 10. I mean, these attackers' advantages have been at low numbers, low-ish numbers have been going very poorly. It's kind of a shame. We have a guaranteed trade here, though, and the bot is going to get in the way, which is maybe good, maybe bad. This bot cap is very low. I'm not at risk of being eliminated here, I don't think. I think blue would have to get pretty lucky. Purple does have 2 capitals, which is interesting. I think they stole the pink cap up here. My hope is that they think they have the pink elimination on the right-hand side in the Lake Mead bonus. Purple is turning... Oh, they just took the white cap in the middle. That I don't think will hold very well as long as I let white hold these bonuses. Or a bonus. But purple does have 3 capitals. Blue's got to stop trying to defend this bonus. You broke my trust the moment you broke me. So at this point, there's no reason to let him hold this. We do get the early trade in. And hopefully this results in a cap slam and I can just take him off the board. Yes, it does. All right, that is game over for blue. If not now, then a couple turns from now. And if pink doesn't trade and this is the end of pink up top, we can take pink out. Pink gets 7. So pink actually is back to having the bonus on the right-hand side and trades in. No, I have to be wary of this 11, unfortunately. But blue is just a silly guy, honestly. And I think seems like pink is doing enough damage to purple over there. And I think white may do enough damage to purple as well. I get my trade in here. And then I'll continue to trade in ahead of blue. So I think my best bet is actually pulling off of the 12 cap here. And the reason I feel that way, it's 2 reasons actually. One, I think that there's a chance white hits purple in the middle of the board. I was hoping that would lose a tribute. It might finish the bonus though. Yeah. And then probably sees both caps and doesn't do anything. So the goal behind this is now blue has to hit white here. White doesn't break me. Purple didn't lose any caps, but he's dealing with a bunch of junk, right? We're hoping he aggressively tries at some point to remove pink, fails the elimination, and then we take pink out. That's what I'm banking on, is that purple's dealing with the bots more than we are. I wanted to back away from this because I didn't know how much white we'd get on that turn. They got 8, and there was an 11 here. 19 on 12, yeah, 19 on 12 could theoretically try to roll the capital, especially if it's trying to take the bonus. So I didn't want to run that risk. I want to see purple take too much of pink out. We don't have a trade in, but... Oh, blue has quit. Okay, that's great. I mean, I was trying, honestly, purple was focusing so little on me that I had a feeling that my best bet was just focus on blue. Probably hits, oh, it hits me first. Interesting. And it'll hit white. That's good at least. There's nothing on the capital right now, and it stops. The 7 should come back, but not enough. We trade in off of this too, which is interesting. White is huge. Hopefully white focuses on purple. You know, if there's bonuses to be broken over there, you would think that's where it would focus. So I can take blue out. Blue will trade me in. Will then be 2 additional. Will be 6 cards ahead of white. Or sorry, ahead of purple. This should be the end of blue. Use 1. Great. Pink on 3. I don't think I want to go for that. I just need to hunker down over here, I think. Just for a turn. Get my bearings. Because now I'm trading so much ahead of purple that I think it's in my best interest to just clean that up. So if you're wondering, like, oh, C-Money, you were getting really frustrated with blue. I would describe it less as an outright frustration, more just a confusion on the style of play. Like, it didn't really... I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a point where aggression to a neighbor that has recently come into quite a few troops, or cards, rather, a better position, etc., is necessary. And I don't think when blue did it, it was the smart choice, right? Because all they've done is broken me. They've left me alive. They haven't stolen a capital until they did it. Once I kind of baited them into rolling it, which was exactly what I wanted to happen. I almost kind of predicted it. All right, we got a 5 here. It puts the other 3 troops up top. Interested to see. It's only got 3 left. Purple still doesn't have this bonus over here on the right-hand side, though. So is it worth the hunt? My assumption would be no. I should steal this guy. The problem is that purple's gonna, yeah, purple's gonna eventually get too strong. Where, yeah, this will break me, but that's fine. Purple will eventually get too strong where I don't want to give them free capitals. I do want to kind of feed pink as much as I can. Like, not feed it to purple, but get it as weak as possible. Until I see that purple has Lake Mead, though. And who knows? It might be white breaking over there. I'm not fully... He doesn't know that pink is top left. So what we want to see is we want to see purple go for pink bottom right. Which the early trade in here might get us. If he ends up breezing across the top left and discovering it, that's a bit unfortunate. I'm hoping he doesn't know that this position is up here. And then white just becomes a big chunk in the middle of the board that we're going to have to deal with, but not necessarily yet. We have a trade-in. Trades for 23. There's the pink trade-in. So now it's really not worth going for just yet. What I am going to need to do here, and I think pink may end up just breaking here, opening up the board a little bit is probably not a bad idea. I want to leave pink top left. I think what I do... I'm going to prioritize my capitals, but I need to make sure that I don't accidentally feed these eliminations to the purple player. So we will trade in. I'm going to take down here a bit. I want to go 20, 20, 30, whatever is left here. Okay. So for starters, need to break white. That'll hopefully be my fortify. I'm going to leave this cap as a 14, the 4 will come back, and then this. Okay, that's what I wanted. Because my hope here is that when purple goes for the pink elimination, they don't actually find it. They'll see me here. Just gotta hope they don't go for the white elimination first. This will break me because it's not bordering a capital. I don't know that the 10 moves, though. The key to this... Oh, the 10 does move. Okay. Interesting. The key to this game is going to be making sure purple... Okay, purple has a +4 somewhere. Probably Lake Mead. Which is good information to have because that means pink's not over there anymore. The key to this game is making sure the purple player does not get either of these eliminations. That's how I think I can win this. We both have 3 capitals. Purple early in the game, so they struggled with the bonuses early. I thought that it was a bold choice the way they were playing it. They are now playing the game, I think, much more conservatively, much smarter. Now, notice both quantities here. It's before white's turn. White got 4. Pink also got 4. Interesting that chooses not to break. It's playing for the bonus right now. How does it? It might break now. Wait, how is it playing? Why would it be playing for the bonus, though? Okay, I'm going to leave these as what they're at. I'm going to play off of this position. $21 here. Well played. It's more than I thought it would be. There's white set. 16 up here is interesting, because that may end up knocking... Oh, well, actually, if purple has the Las Vegas North bonus. Why would it put, though? It's boarding the cap. That's why I put so much there. Loses 1 on that roll. 5 breaks me down low, which means I likely don't get broken over here. We do find purple's cap on Black Mountain. That was one of the areas I mentioned earlier. And quite a bit of pink down here. But pink was up at 12 to 14 territories. White was 12 to 14. Trying to get pink and the bot. Neither of these bots are breaking over here, which almost makes me think purple's holding some sort of defense. Now, going for me is a bold choice. Coming in and investigating me. I mean, maybe you want to see all of my capitals as well, which is likely the goal here. He breaks me though. Oopsies. Oops. Oh, no. He's going to find pink. We didn't want that. We didn't want him to find the remainder of pink. I spoiled it a little bit. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that play. There's a set by pink. If white has this bonus, it's a break there. There's a lot of troops to have in that position. This bot's not really prioritizing breaking. I do have a trade on 3. And again, I'm trading way ahead of this guy. so I think that that's okay. But I think our routing, the routing we were going to want to take here, I think what I want to do, I want these 2 caps to be fine, but this is the one that I need to stack the biggest. I basically need to discover what all is white. Hope white doesn't trade on 3 here. Hope white doesn't set on 3, and then eliminate white on the next turn. Interesting. A lot of white in here. 9. Okay. No point letting him hold this. That's actually super duper interesting because that won't break me. So purple will trade first, but we should be stronger than him right now. I was hoping this would try to take the bonus. It looks like it's going to break both. Dang it. All right, stop. That's good at least. So we kind of got a good idea of how much of white is left. I don't have as good of an idea of how much of purple is left, or pink. I don't like how much purple is banking on this bonus, though. I don't know that this is how you should play this. And again, the longer this game goes on, the more we're trading ahead of them. We're up by 6 cards. We got 2 cards off of blue. We got 4 off of red. I think this 10 is going to hit my 4. Which is a bit unfortunate. The more cards I can get off of these 2 bots is also beneficial. That's going to hit the 3. Yeah. That's a bummer. Because we're not going to get through this now. Oh, we are going to get through this. We are absolutely going to get through this. Now, white will probably break over here, but that's okay. I anticipated that. There's the break. We're just hoping for a trade on the next turn. I think pink is... I don't know which bot is the easier elimination. The problem is these bots keep trading on 3. They keep trading on 3. I'm surprised that one rolled. And purple's not going for any eliminations. So despite the fact that we're 2 trades ahead of them, they're not really going for any eliminations. And they have this good position over here where the bot keeps... You know, the bots keep not breaking them in here, which is annoying. But the more they leave off cap, the better it is for me long term. So, like, they're going to full remove me here. I don't know that that's that big of a deal, especially if pink starts placing on this 3. You almost hope that pink and white start hitting each other. And it's only 3 extra troops that... Or 4 extra troops that pink's getting... Or purple's getting each turn. So every time I hit these chunks, it's good. Because those aren't troops that are landing on capital. I almost wonder if the best way to do this, though, is to just fully back these chunks up and hope... And let pink have... Or purple have 1 turn where they're not really certain what's going on. I think that's going to be my best bet here. I leave these as like 12 caps because I just don't think pink or purple is going to do much. Because my caps are still pretty on pace with what theirs are. But this way, now we've backed white up. We got pink up here. Now, maybe I just fed pink. They might go for pink here. But my hope is that my play has obfuscated the pink elimination. And I go... Do I have a trade on 3? I don't have a trade on 3, but I should... I think I have enough troops to get at least pink here. Unless there's too much down here. My hope is that they know this is here. They know this is here. Instead, they're actually going to play this differently than I thought they would. They're just going to come break my bonuses. So, at that point, I think we bank on no trade on 3 for either bot. I mean, now he's given me direct pathing to go break him. He's going to keep going. Why are you still going? You've already got me. You can see that I'm below 12 territories, so I don't understand this play. I mean, this just weakens your capital. The moment I get a trade in, you're cooked. It's very bizarre. Purple is like, he's playing it almost right, and then he plays it wrong. The problem is I still think there's too much material of both bots right now. If I had a trade on 3, I could get them both, I think. Chain them together almost. I mean, we're going to get 39 troops off of our next trade in. I need to make sure he can't eliminate me. I mean, to make sure he can't eliminate me, but more importantly, I need to make sure he can't eliminate the bots. So we're going to actually leave this probably way weaker than we should. Just terrible dice on that. Leave pink in here. Trade on 4? We have a trade on 4. Neither bot set. Well, pink will set on the next turn, but purple didn't set. Or sorry, purple might set, but white didn't set. So we should have white here. That was my whole hope, right? I almost want pink to trade in and slam a cap. That would help. Leaving too many off-cap troops here. There's no point not to hit these when they're off-cap. Even if I mean, earlier I hit a 10 and lost 13, so we lose 9 on an 8 there, which isn't great. Cuts through the middle. That just makes, I mean, he hit something, right? It's stuff that I don't have to hit, and he doesn't even come break me. So if somehow we get lucky enough for pink not to hit, if it doesn't add anything to this 3, it does add to the 3. That's a bummer. It'll hit an 8 on 3. We should be able to get white, though. I'm going to put everything on one stack. We're going to go for an elimination on white. I doubt white is down here. I'm going to put 4 troops down there just in case. But getting white off the board, I think, is a pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. I can play off the 14 up here. I'll trade in off of white. Puts 2 on the cap here. No white down there. Oh, I actually can't play across that. It's 2 cards for pink. Which means I don't trade off of it. Ah! He went MIA. What a goober. Alright, in that case, he's probably gonna, his bot's probably gonna go crazy here, so we'll leave pink up top. I'm gonna clear it out of the middle here. Let's go 25. The 15 can come back to here. I'm not surprised he quit. And I'll give him second place because he stuck around. But you gotta, I mean, he had the white elimination, I think. And because I've been trading ahead, we just got 4 more cards off of white. I mean, that's why expo per player is so important. And purple was just playing for capitals, especially during my whole engagement with blue. Pink was not very strong. He let pink get stronger and stronger and stronger, never hunted the elimination, and now it comes back to bite him. And he quits. And I'll give him second because pink quit way earlier than he did, but I don't really respect any of the quitting. And in case you guys didn't notice, in a 6-player game, other than myself, everyone quit. Everyone. Every single player in this game quit. Red crashed out, left. Pink lost their capital to white twice, left. White watched me eliminate red, left. I didn't understand why white quit. I thought they were fine. Blue crashed out into me, which we predicted, left. And then now purple watched me eliminate white, left. Right, like sometimes the biggest target on your board isn't, or rather shouldn't be, the other human, especially an expo per player. It should really be, I don't know why that's, I'm surprised that's a connection that exists there. It shouldn't be the other human. It should be the Do a 10 there. Split both spots. It should be the bot, and for unfortunately for purple, it was not the bot ever. That does connect. All right, well, that should hopefully win. He could still come back. 6 on 3, 91%. Get it. Wanted to make sure I took the bot out off the board. And we have guaranteed trades in the next 2 turns. This turn and the next. I'm just trying to clear as much material as possible. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a victory mostly patiently deserved. I was mostly patient trying to win this game. A little frustrated at times with blue. Very confused by red. But all in all, a solid performance. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button down below. Helps out the channel quite a bit. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've been going live a lot lately on YouTube and Twitch. So stay tuned for more streams. Put the notifications on either YouTube or Twitch to find out when I am live. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will take a victory on Las Vegas. One of my favorite maps in the game. A lot of fun. Exponential per player quickly becoming my favorite settings. Let me know what you guys thought about this one down below in the comments. Let's take a look at the ranks of our opponents, and then I will bid adieu to all of you. Blue was intermediate, beginner on red and purple, novice on pink and white. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, everybody, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.